Hello everyone, I'm Caroline, aka Walkstar99, and I hope you guys are having a fantastic winter break so far, and a fantastic 2018 so far. So as my first video of 2018, I wanted to put together a little video of all the artwork I've managed to do over winter break so far that I did not film. So here is this kind of pseudo sketchbook tour for you guys today. So I know I already did a video for the majority of the sketchbook in my first sketchbook tour video. However, I had approximately 10 or so pages left in the sketchbook, and I decided to fill them up over Christmas break. And I decided to do a lot of cat drawings because I wanted to do a finished drawing for a friend as a present for the holidays. And this is actually the final practice sketch for that drawing. You can see I messed up a little bit there, but that doesn't matter because this is in my sketchbook. And a lot of them I did use my red color erase pencil for, so I'm sorry they don't show up too well on camera. I have a lot of just sketchy pages where I'm experimenting, and then there is also areas that I like to do character design sketches to see how it would look with line art so that I can later do a finished piece. This is another one I did, but I actually ended up redoing it over again. Here's basically just some studies, drawing emotion, eyes, faces, expressions, and another sketch. I was basically just doing a lot of character design in the last few bits, and that was horrible. Don't look at that. Again, a lot of character design and just putting ideas down so that I could go onto other paper and actually do the finished sketch, which I eventually did, which you will see in the later part of this video. So yeah, and this is the last sketch in my sketchbook, which is actually one of my friend's characters, which I drew for her as a present. So let's get on to the finished pieces. My sketchbook, and now let's move on to some finished pieces. This is just kind of a silly watercolor. I just went straight in with an inking pen and did this thing, and I honestly kind of like it. It's a little goofy. And here is a small self-portrait that I did. I did it on watercolor paper with my Copic markers because I did not have marker paper yet, so I used my watercolor paper so you can really see the brush strokes, and that wasn't very good, but I overall like how it turned out. And I did another actual watercolor. This was another Christmas gift for a friend, and it was a really fun watercolor. I actually got some new watercolors for Christmas, and I used those on this. I'm still not sure how I feel about those watercolors, but here's another Copic marker piece on watercolor paper. As you can see, I had a lot of trouble blending, especially in the ends of the ribbons, in the eyes, and down near the paws. I just really like drawing Pokemon, especially evolutions, when I really have an art block. So as soon as I get new art supplies, I like to draw it. And speaking of new art supplies, here is some marker paper. And I actually traced the Eevee that I drew on the watercolor paper and redid it on this nice marker paper for the Copic markers. And as you can see, it's really thin, so it's easy to trace over. So again, I did another Sylveon wanting to test out the markers and how well they blended. And I did a shiny Sylveon, and I really like how these Sylveons turned out. And I think you guys will recognize this from my sketchbook. It is the Espeon that I did, and I went back over and traced the line work that I did and colored it in with my markers. Now, I have a very small set, so the colors were a bit hard for me to find, so I had to end up mixing some, and it can get blotchy. Here is my friend's character. I did the final piece for her on the marker paper. The black marker did not like working with the other markers. It would bleed really easily, and that was a big problem for me with this piece, but overall I really do like it. And here's another piece I did for another person. It is fan art of the YouTuber Casey Golden, who recently reached 200,000 subscribers. So a lot of people are putting together fan art to congratulate her on that, and so I made my own, of course. And I actually really like how it turned out. Here is another one of the sketches from my sketchbook that I made into a finalized piece. This is actually my character. If you go to my DeviantArt, you can find out more about her. I don't have enough time to say all of her backstory. Same with this one. She is one of my original characters. I had a lot of fun doing these sketches because a lot of times I didn't want to watercolor like people sketches, but now that I have the markers, I find that I can do a lot more, and I have been pretty busy throughout winter break. And yeah, so this has been kind of a small little sketchbook tour with air quotes, which of course you guys cannot see. And I thought it would be really good to give you guys a video and show you what I've been up to over break. And I've got about a week of winter break left, so I will be back to recording speed paints and speed sketches soon. So thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for subscribing. Write down in the comments one fun thing you've done over winter break so far, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye!